Hey, what's up guys, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challengers E-Honda from Jada. Paired with Balrog, probably, well, I'm not going to say he's one of their best figures. Well, he is, but he's not the best. Balrog is a standout by a lot. This guy is just really good, so I don't know, you guys can decide what you think about that. But this is E-Honda, something that arguably is tougher to make a figure of. He's a big fat guy with muscles. Hard to do. Can it pose? Can they sculpt it to make it look good? I don't know, but we're going to find out. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Okay, before I show you the figure, let me show you my package. It is a good package. He's in the bigger one. Again, we have the character art here, which, by the way, that's what his face is supposed to look like in this version of the game. So we know Capcom had their hand putting the modern face paint on him where it's on his mouth. He doesn't have it on his mouth in the original games, in the earlier games. He has it now. I don't care about that, but that is just to show you Capcom is changing things. These are not actually representative of any one particular game directly, fully. But there he is. Okay, usual packaging. Here he is. He is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. He has been popping in and out, but I think they finally got their full inventory in the system because now it's like there's plenty. So yeah, if you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. I recommend it. Even if you're not collecting Street Fighter figures, this Street Fighter line is easily one of the best action figure lines of all time. Without a doubt. It will go down in history as such. He stands about 16 centimeters at the top of his head, including the hair. You know, give it another half or so. And then for inches, he is about 6¼ give or take, and then 6½. Alright, here he is up against Darwin. So he doesn't have as much height, which is probably appropriate, but he has a lot of girth. And I've heard a lot of people talking about how we don't get fat guys very often, it's hard to do. And, well, they're right, we don't get them very often. I don't think it's that hard to do, honestly. Like, it's harder to do it with a butterfly joint for sure, but the rest is all pretty standard. It's just ball pegs, it's easy enough to do. But they did a good job. There's one thing that throws him off, well, kind of two, and I'll talk about those briefly. When they first showed him, I mentioned how he's got, his butterfly area is too little. It makes his chest look very narrow and strange, and it's also small relative to his big fat body, so it makes his arms look extra long and skinny at the armpit area. It's not as bad as it looked like in the original like demo shots, the promos and things like that, so I think that's okay. I don't mind this as much other than the chest being so narrow, but the thing that does throw him off, and I'm curious if you guys are seeing this too, it's the lack of traps. He has no traps up here, and I don't need like big visible like very cut traps, but he's got a lot of meat on him in the game. He should have a lot more meat around his neck. His neck is never like a very noticeable thing, but it is more so here. I think that would be something they could have done to just make him look a little bit better, but he does look really good. We have shading throughout the skin tone, that's nice. This is painted well enough. I got a few of these. This is the best one I could pick, and it's pretty good. But that's it. There's not a whole lot going on. The face, I guess we could talk about that. The paint job is pretty immaculate. It looks really, really good, and I happen to not mind the more modern face paint, so that's fine with me. But between the sculpt and the paint, I'm thrilled with it. I think they're cartoon style, and maybe it's because I'm such a fan of the animated movie. This really takes me back to that. It does not look like him from the games. I don't care how many people keep trying to make that case. None of the games look like these figures. These figures are very cartoon stylized versions of the pixel art in most cases. But I think his face actually works pretty well with it, so I'm fine with that, especially this one. I think it looks nice. So yeah, he's a really, really good looking figure of a fat guy, which is maybe harder to do, but definitely not common to do. And so it's nice to see. And the narrow boobies and things like that, you're probably going to be able to hide that in posing. So I'm very, very personally thrilled with this. As a reviewer, I'm quite happy with it. I'll give it to 9 out of 10 for the aesthetic. It's really good. Now, as far as accessories go, we get the 2 fist hands, 2 open hands. That's fine. The alternate head you already saw. That's really good. And then we get the effect part. That's really good. Did he come with a peg? He didn't. So I was going to say, I don't think... Oh, no, he didn't. There's a hole in here. I guess that's to use one of their other ones. Mine didn't have one in there. Is he supposed to have one in there? A holder? You don't need it, so I don't know. Maybe they just left that in there and forgot that they didn't do it. It goes over his arm, obviously. And that's a really cool effect. I'm glad they did that. I don't think they've done that for Chun-Li, have they? Something like this? I don't think they did. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but that's a really nice effect. The hands are a little glossy, but still, really, really cool effect. Accessory-wise, 9 out of 10. Very good. Now, let's see. Can it pose? I've heard it can. I'm guessing it's pretty good, but can it get into like the proper hunchy, not crouching, but like kind of crouchy pose that he is normally in? Let's see. First of all, the head and neck. Really good, no problem there. Again, the neck seems long because there's not enough body up there. I don't think it's actually too long. If you lean it forward, it's much better, so that's good. For the shoulders, yeah, good range there. Not as much up and down, but some. Plenty of forward and back. Should be fine. Yep, raising the arms up, no problem at all. Full rotation, that's fine. Bicep swivel, that's fine. Elbow is good. Wrists, yeah, so it's all standard. Like his arms are normal. I figured I figured as much there. For the torso, let's see what they did. Now, like I said, it's not actually harder. He's more spherical, in fact. The rounder a figure is, the easier it is to do the torso. If they're narrow, like if you're skinny flat like this, it's hard to do ball peg torsos. You end up having to do ab crunches or have weird gapping. So this shouldn't actually be hindered at all. Let's see. Oh, it's not going back. Does it not go farther back than that? I don't think it goes farther back. Huh. I mean, you probably don't need it, but some people may want it. It doesn't go farther back than that. Oh. Doesn't go very far forward either. I mean, there's obviously some there, but not anywhere near as much as I thought there would be. Going to the side is nice, so that's good. Probably not the range you need the most. Rotation is, it's fighting it. Did we get a white spot? We got a white spot from that. Okay, so his torso is kind of screwed up like Dulcime's, where it should work but doesn't. That's super unfortunate. What about down here? Okay, well, at least he leans forward down at the bottom. And leans back at the bottom. Okay, why did they do that? You could do that on the top too, and then he'd have great range. So the bottom works nicely. The bottom does everything you want it to do. The top should, like he's basically, if you just draw a circle in there, you could see how big that sphere could be and how much range he could have. They screwed up that top joint. That's so unfortunate. I'm guessing you could take him apart and make better range out of it for yourself, but that sucks. Especially since he should be hunching a little bit, and you want to hunch up here, not at the waist. Well, that blows. I'm a little bit upset about that. The skirt is a well, it's pretty flexible, soft piece on top. And for the hips, it's just your standard Jada hips. Thank goodness they put the red part in there. He probably doesn't need to go splits any farther than that, so that's fine. Bring the legs forward. This one has really good range. This one has less because it doesn't flex enough, but that's okay. And then going back, you get some. That's okay. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee. Obviously, you're not going to be doing a whole lot with that in a true double joint, but you do get plenty of range. That's as far as it goes, but plenty for him, for sure. And then for the ankle, you get your rotation. It's a little bit loose. The foot goes back nicely, goes forward. Not that much, so I'm a little bit concerned about his crouching pose. We'll see in a second. It's not really crouching, I know. Ankle rocker works nicely. That's good. Toe hinge, too loose, but well placed. And it's there, so that's good. All right, so without putting him into his fighter stance, semi-crouchy pose, I don't know how else to describe it. I guess hunch. I'll give the articulation. The torso is so limited for what it should be. Up here, there's no reason that it's that limited. That sucks, man. I'll still go 8. Like, it's still pretty good, but I'd like to see more out of this top joint right here. It's so limited compared to what I was expecting. Man. That's a bummer. All right, so you need to be able to get his legs bent a little bit. Let's see. I'm guessing his ankles don't, let's see, force him all the way forward. Bend the knees. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get him in the pose. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Let's see. I'm going to try a little bit more. Well, you know what? I'll do it in the photos, all right? But I don't think he's going to get into his proper fighter stance pose, so that is a bummer. I mean, you can pose him doing moves, of course, but I don't think so. We'll see in the photos at the end here, but still pretty good, but not as good as I was hoping, and certainly not as good as Balrog. But overall rating time, 9 out of 10. Still an excellent release. Not perfect, but really, really good for the price point, and Street Fighter fans, as they say, are eating well. It's a good stuff. All right, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll be done there. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.